Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross, and followeth after me, is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. When Jesus came and walked the earth, it wasn't to everyone's expectation. Instead, it was very different. What they thought was an answer to being subject to Romans, to the Roman way of doing things, their military, that what they thought would be their answer for that was instead an answer for something else. Instead, God revealed that the problem isn't who your governor is, the problem is not flesh, it is spiritual. The problem is to be spiritually dead is not to live. But to be spiritually dead is to live in poverty, to live in evil. So, Jesus came to bring a sword against sin. He didn't come to make peace with sin, he came to destroy sin. And while many still claim to be sinners when they should not be, this does not. Holy Ghost, lead me. These words be right. Jesus, give me that wonderful counsel, as I'd like to have it. God is not against you, he is for you, and when your direction is against yourself, he is not for it. He is for you, but he is not for all of your actions. And when your actions are to condone evil, he is not for that. You in of yourself are not evil, but your actions may well be. And to confuse God as coming into flesh as a way of saying, I condone what you're doing, and I just, that it's okay, well, that's not the message. When Jesus came, two of the things that he brought to realization are, you love everybody, even if they don't believe like you do, or else you are in disobedience to God. Because to love everybody means you love God, and to hate everybody, or to even just hate a few, to hate anyone except for, well, to hate any human, any creature of God, there's the distinction in that. The devil, you can hate him. That's no issue. His little devils that serve him, you can hate them, no issue. But you hate God's children. You hate those that he knit in the womb. That is when you are in disobedience. God is not just gentle as a dove, he's also wise as a serpent. He knows what the devil is going to do even before the devil does it. He knows what you're going to do even before you do it. And he honors free will. he honored the devil's will to come against him, because he could have stopped it. But he let it happen to honor an angel's will. Angels are servants, and he even honored their will. We are supposed to be of humility, but we are of the royal class. Angels are not of the royal class. Angels are the royal guard, perhaps, or they're subject to the royal family. And those who are the children of God are in the royal family. We are grafted in. If you are not born Jewish, you are grafted into Judaism, or Judaism, how you say it. You are now in that family. Doesn't mean you have to celebrate Hanukkah or something, but it does mean that you are now entitled, or you are now, when you accept Christ, every blessing that ever came on the people of Israel is now available to you. You want unlimited health? There you go. You want unlimited wealth? There you go. You want your generations to never have sickness? There you go. And the thing that comes against that is disobedience. If you choose to be disobedient, it gets in the way. So, you love Christ more than you love your own family, as that is appropriate and right. For to love your family is to love the world over God. To love your spouse over God is to love the world over God, because you're loving the things of the world rather than the things of God. To love their spirit, to love the Christ in them, is to love God. I'm speaking these things in sword to sword to sword, the peace, that's what it is. God did not send Jesus. The Father did not send Jesus so that Jesus would comfort us. He sent Jesus so that Jesus would make us uncomfortable. So that Jesus would reveal the truths that people wanted to hide. He came and revealed what was in the dark that no one wanted to address. And by revealing what was in the dark, he brought truth. And truth, that's what it is. Truth is not about bringing peace. Ultimately you get peace in the end with truth, but peace is about everything that is wrong is going to get addressed. Peace is not hiding. Peace is like faith. It's not quiet. It's loud. And it gets your attention. When Jesus came, he did not come to be quiet. He came to cause a stir. He came to address things. He came to say, you are sinning. This is wrong. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to make it possible to where you can go to heaven. That's the thing. We do have forgiveness. We have forgiveness, and that forgiveness gets talked about as it should. But what doesn't get it talked, there's the other side of that. You have the Lamb and you have the Lion of Judah. God is not going to be lenient toward those who do not even know him. Forgiving, yes, but lenient, no. There was what was it? In the day of judgment, there are some that will say, Lord, Lord, to Jesus, and Jesus will say, I never knew you. Because they didn't love him. Because they didn't care. That's the thing. You should care about God. And maybe you cannot care about God to the extent that he can care about you. But that sword is that you care about God more than anything else. And that's going to break some things.